Hi everyone, I'm Hannah and welcome to my very first video and welcome to my new BookTube channel. So I'm just really quickly gonna say a little bit about me. I just graduated from Kent State University with my bachelor's in English and I'm currently unemployed and have no effing idea what to do, but I know that I love to read and I know that I love to write. So while I'm trying to still get employed that way, I thought I would share it with y'all because I really love to watch these videos and see what other people's opinions are on books that they've read and that I've read. If you want to learn more about me, I made a little TikTok that like quickly shares a little bit about me, but everything will be down below, whatever, I don't know. Okay, today's video is going to be a what I'm reading this summer, so my TBR and kind of what I'm reading right now since it is June already, and then some books that you guys should read this summer. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with what I'm reading right now because I'm kind of starting one book and finishing another book, so let's start with those. Okay, so the first book that I'm reading I think is considered a classic, and I have been reading this for like over a month. I cannot get through it, not because it's not good, I really enjoy it, but I just can't get through it. So I have like 100 pages left in The Marriage Plot by Jeffrey Eugenides. This takes place at a college following Madeline Hannah, Bernard Bankhead, and Mitchell Grammaticus. Great names. They are all graduating and kind of trying to find their way through life, and all three of them are interconnected somehow, and you're just kind of reading their story and their journey in this like few months after college. And I picked it up with my friend Jillian and she absolutely loved it and finished it way quicker than me. I'm really enjoying it. You know, I really want to understand everything that I'm reading and fully grasp like the plot of each character. I'm definitely taking this one a little bit slower, but I'm really enjoying it so far. As you can tell, it's been well loved. I also am a tabber. Don't ask me about my tabbing system because there isn't one. I just like to match the tabs to the cover. I'm on page 285 and there's like 330, 380. Next, I also recently started the new Anna Hong book, King of Sloth, which is the fourth book in the series. And this follows Javier Castillo and Sloane Kensington. Sloane is best friend of the main character in the first book, King of Wrath, which is Vivian, and Sloane has always been one of my faves. Is that the damn ice cream truck, bro? I am in a college apartment complex. This ice cream truck! Anyway, King of Sloth. I am loving this series. If you don't know, this series is kind of a play on the 7 deadly sins. So we have King of Wrath, King of Pride, and King of Greed, and now this is King of Sloth. They're all interconnected standalone, so you could read just this one if you wanted to. But Sloane is basically a PR agent, or yeah, just an agent, assistant for Javier, who is, I believe, a very rich kid. I don't think he does anything other than he might play a sport. I don't know, but he is just very rich and Sloane is hired to like kind of be his babysitter in a way. Super good so far. I'm on page like 70, but I've been excited to read Sloane's book since I read Vivian's book, which was the first one, because I just love Sloane's energy. She's just like, she like hate watches rom-coms and it's just hilarious. I love her. So I think this is gonna be a good read. I'll do a June wrap up to give you my full opinion though. Okay, now I'm just gonna quickly run through the books that I want to read this summer. Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. I have a few Abby Jimenez books that I'm gonna mention here because I absolutely adore Abby Jimenez. I love her so much. That is definitely on my list. I have The Grimm Effect sitting over there, but it's like the way my books are set up, I'll show you. The way these are set up is just not functional right now, but I'm moving out of here soon, so that's what they're gonna look like for now. I really want to read Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. I've just heard so many good things about this book. It's not super popular or like well known, I feel like, but I really want to read it. It's been on my TBR since like January, I want to say. So, and I just love reading romances in the summertime. For some reason, I am just really highly a romance girl in the summer. So you won't really catch me reading fantasy or horror or anything like that in the summer. I'm mainly on a romance lane or like a literary fiction lane. So now I'm gonna go through books that I think you should read this summer and that I'll probably be reading as well if I haven't already read it. So first, since I already mentioned her, I just want to say the Part of Your World interconnected standalone series thing just for the summer, I believe, is the third book, part of that. So the other two are Part of Your World and Yours Truly. Both books I read and loved. The first one really gives amazing small town lovey-dovey, like warm energy that you want to be reading by a poolside or at the beach or on vacation. That is one that I definitely recommend, and Yours Truly is also really good, but I don't know if that one gives as much summery vibes as the other ones. Okay, so now for the physical books that I do have, most of these are based off vibes, okay? Not all of them mention like summer or summery vibes in the title. The first one is one that is beaten like a dead horse on Book Talk, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. It's Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. If you haven't seen the show or read the book, definitely read the book first and then give the show a watch. I personally think the book is better just because I liked the way that they took the story with the characters more, but the show was still amazing and well done. I just really think this is just a nice quick read. The way that it's set up is like interview format, so it's not super long of a read. I flew through this after reading A Little Life by Anya Yanagihara, and if you know, that book is fucking massive. Reading this after, I read it in like less than 24 hours and just fell in love with it. So I definitely think this is a great option for if you're on the beach chilling. Next is a bit of a deeper romance, but I really love this book and everything that happens in this story, and it kind of just feels like Little Wonderland with like really serious things going on, and that is I Fell in Love with Hope by Lon Colley. This feels like a dream, this book. It is like a weird fever dream situation, but it hits you so hard with the characters and the emotion and the plot. It really does everything for me, and Lon Colley writes in a really beautiful way that I absolutely loved and devoured. And if she has more books, I need to know, because I loved this one and I annotated this to hell, and I just made my best friend read this, Shelby, and she absolutely loved it as well. So I do highly recommend. Next one is also very popular on here. We have Beach Read by Emily Henry. This is actually the only Emily Henry book that I've read, so I would love to know what your recommendations are for me to read this summer by her. This book follows Augustus Everett and January. Holy crap, I could not remember her name. Augustus and January are both writers, and they have, I believe, beach houses next to each other, and they can see each other writing all the time. Now there's like a truck beeping. Yeah, this is just a perfect example of like a really cute romance, but one with a little bit more to grab onto, you know, there's a bit of substance here. It's not just a gushy romance. I really loved this book. I thought that it did what it needed to do in a great way, and Emily Henry's writing is really nice. I think I was expecting a lot more, so I didn't give it 5 stars, but I think that was just because it was talked about so much and I saw so much about it before reading it. But I did read this on vacation, so I know that it fit the vibes while I was on vacation. Next, I recommend, you know, anyone can read this obviously, but I highly recommend this for my girlies who are in the same place as me, early 20s or maybe like 19 going on to 20. Everything I Know About Love by Dolly Alderton. I absolutely loved this book so much. It took me a longer bit of time to read, but that's just because I really wanted to like ingest and think about everything that she was saying. But like, yeah, I annotated the shit out of this book. I had to like literally get full pages to like write in the margins, so definitely recommend this. This really helps with that scary sinking feeling of being like, holy shit, I'm growing up and I have no idea what to do, you know? This truck is making me homicidal. I'm gonna have to shut the window because I fucking can't. I'm starting to freak out. Okay, window is shut now, so hopefully we don't have to deal with that. Next is one that I also want to read, one that's also on my TBR, and that is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. This is the second book in the, I forget what this series is called, the Maple Hills series. The first book is Icebreaker. This follows, I believe his name is Russ, and yeah, Russ and Aurora, and Russ is in the first book, and if I remember correctly, he's like kind of reserved, and Nate, the main character of the first one, he kind of like takes him under his wing, but it says that they had a one-night stand, so it's like, I actually want to read this soon. I think this will give very good summery vibes, you know? This truck is still fucking beeping! Like, what the fuck is he doing? What could he possibly be doing that he's backing up this much? Next is a series that if you're looking for one series to read in the summer, I definitely think this gives the vibes. The Addicted to You series. If you have not heard about this by Krista and Becca Ritchie, then I don't even know how to explain this to you. I kind of think of Gossip Girl meets like Euphoria kind of found family vibes, you know what I mean? Of just crazy fucking kids who don't really have a lot of parenting going on. And these ones specifically are loaded, so it's really fun. This series follows the sisters, but also couples specifically. So the books with Addicted in the title follow Lily and Lo, which I think they're my favorite couples still. I do really love the couple that appears later on. I think they're still my top ones. But yeah, this series gets crazy. So much happens in this series, and my plan for this summer is to read at least 2 more, and I think there's 10 and I've read 5. So next is another one that isn't really summery vibes, but I just read it in the summertime and I thought that being in or around summery energy was nice for this book. Alone with You in the Ether by Olivia Blake. This author writes so poetically and so beautifully. I actually have another book of hers that I just bought. I don't even know what this is about, but I just bought it because I saw that it was by her. I picked this up, and when I read it, I wasn't entirely sure what it was about. I remember reading the summary in Target and being like, that sounds slay. This follows Aldo and Reagan, who cannot resist each other, and it's just there's metaphors and poetic symbolism and romance and so many beautiful things that go into this book that I wish I could put into a romance book so beautifully and eloquently. I just really, really love this author and this book. This is a 5-star for me from last summer, so I definitely recommend this in the summertime as well. I think that's actually the last one that I have. So I guess that's this video. If you guys liked this, please, please, please subscribe because I plan on posting a lot more. Hopefully you guys enjoy these videos and I can keep pumping them out for you. This fucking truck. Yeah, I really love watching these videos, so I plan on doing monthly wrap-ups and TBR videos and all that kind of stuff. I will link some of my favorite YouTubers, booktubers specifically, down below that I love to watch because I might have some inspiration in my video ideas or video creations from watching them. I might do it subconsciously, I don't even know, but I just watch these like few people so much, so it's bound to happen. And yeah, I'm just really excited to do this. Oh, I also have a Goodreads. I will link that down below. I don't give reviews really, but I do update it with like my ratings on books and what I'm reading, so definitely check those things out and subscribe and like this video and comment down below what you guys want to see from me, and if you have any fun video ideas that you think I could easily accomplish. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye.